Hey, Discovery Cam, Miss Paula here, back again for some more fun science. So, like I promised yesterday, we're making Oobleck today. So if you have been in my class for a while, we have read the book, the Dr. Seuss's book, Bartholomew and the Oobleck. So this book is really about, where this green substance fell from the sky and pretty much wreaked havoc on the kingdom upon the wishes of the king. And it turned out a disaster. So Oobleck itself is actually a non-Newtonian fluid, which means it acts like a liquid, but it acts like a liquid when it's being poured. But when there's force being acted on it, it acts like a solid. So it's two consistencies in once, which means non-Newtonian. That is the science behind it. And the only ingredients you need to make Oobleck is 2 cups of cornstarch, which I've already measured out and made a big mess with, but this is a really fun activity. It could get messy, but I made a big mess just opening the cornstarch. So, yeah. So working from home. So 2 cups of cornstarch, 1 cup of water, and a couple drops of green food coloring. So first, you add the 1 cup of water into the bowl. Now you want to add, they say 1.5 to 2 cups of this, but we've done it several times and I always just do 2 cups, but we'll add most of it and then leave a little in to mix in as we mix. Come over here, Zach. Well, I should have just mixed it all if I was going to do that. And they say you can use a spoon, but eventually you'll end up having to use your hand anyway. So, you may as well just use your hand. Stop. And I like to save adding the, I'm not going to use the rest of that cornstarch. It's the perfect consistency. Already I can feel it down in the bottom. It's really nice and, well, maybe I will. I can feel the solid of it and the liquid. It's really solid when you pick it up, but it can use a bit more thickening. Well, and then if you get it too thick like I just did, you can always add more water. So, let's see. But no, actually this is perfect because guess what? Look at that. It's a solid chunk. But watch this. It's liquid.
Oh, that's sick.
When I had the force on it, it was a solid. Now it's turning to a liquid. It could use a little bit more water because it's taking a little bit longer, but watch this. It turns into a straight up liquid. Get into the bowl. You see those chunks, how they look wet? They're not. That's not wet. I can't. It's a solid. It's a solid. And then a liquid. You see how it melted? That's perfect, actually. It could be a little bit more wet, but hey. So now the challenge is going to be adding the green dye to actually make it Oobleck. Because it's so thick, They say add a few dots, but I never calculate those very well. Watch how this mixes. You see how it melts back?
That's so cool. Yeah. I want to play in it for a little bit.
Go ahead.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, because I'm going to get a little bit more water.
Oh my gosh. It's solid.
And add it to it.
Don't mix them?
So I just added a 1/4 cup of water. Just a very tiny bit. To get this kind of mixing. It's so great. Turned out really good. We're going to play with it for a minute and we'll be right back. Okay. So, after a little bit more adding and playing with it, we got it green. And we got it to the perfect consistency. You see that? You see how it looks like a liquid and poured?
So
but
great.
look. It can't put my finger through it. My fist through it. But now it solid to a liquid. We call this a success. So yay, we made Oobleck. And if any of you guys want to really have fun, go back and read the book. And you should be able to find it online, right on YouTube. Bartholomew and the Oobleck. It's a really good book. And this is just an easy thing, science experiment that is not only loads of fun, because the kids will play with this forever, because I know I will. Plus, it's a learning experience. So they learned what a non-Newtonian fluid is, where we have a solid and a liquid, and the only reason it changes is because of the force. You know, the force of something can change the consistency of one material. Like, that's... So, this is a good thing to show how an action causes a reaction. That's all for today. Thank you. Join me tomorrow. I don't know what we'll make tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Have a good day. Miss you guys. Xavier says hi. Denala's been screaming forever to try to say hi. Good night.